So I'm Brett Wheeling. I'm from Kuna, Idaho, just outside of Boise, Idaho. And I spent $15 on five three-digital downloads, $3 digital downloads. Yeah, it's 2020 actually. I don't remember exactly what I bought. I think it was, I want to say it was for my MR2. I found you guys through Prime MR2. And part of your marketing algorithm kind of drove me to the giveaway sites. And at the time, like you said earlier, you were giving away a lot of MR2s. And so that's kind of what got me into you guys, even though I just won an MR2. I was needing, obviously new parts, and you guys provide a lot of good parts for the MR2. And so the first thing I did for that MR2 is I did a transmission swap. It had S54 in it, and with that 2GR, I was just waiting for it to grenade itself. So I definitely got swapped over to the E153 first thing, and so you guys had a lot of those parts to help me swap that over. And while I was digging through all your parts bins and online, I noticed you were giving stuff away. So I kind of, at the time I wasn't in the market to get another MR2. It would have been cool to have one for the wife though. We could twinsy it. But yeah, I just kept an eye, and you started kind of putting out some other cool stuff. And that's what it kind of kept me going, was all the unique cars. I know you do those Calderas, like that actually caught my eye. I probably spent way too much money on that giveaway. But yeah, a lot of the unique cars you guys kept putting out, especially that Mugen Civic Si from last year, that was chef's kiss. So that's where it started for me. Yeah, there's quite a few that I enter into, just like with the K Truck is only $15. So it was, a little bit here, a little bit there. Yeah, I entered quite a few. Again, going back to the Wayne Gretzky quote, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. If I'm in an opportunity, or if I'm, financially able to at the time, I'll take a shot at random cars that just kind of pique my interest. I've been looking for a K Truck for a long time. There's a few running around out here. There's a local importer. He imports a lot of cool stuff, and he actually has, I think he has a Hello Special K Truck, but I think it's an ATSI instead of a Carry. So it's kind of the more sought after version. But I prefer the Suzuki's anyways. I think they look better than the ATSI anyways. But yeah, there's quite a few. I actually wouldn't be able to tell you how many I enter into, but just random ones. Yeah, so I've played for quite a few different cars. Actually, in 2020, ended up winning an MR2 from a company named Throttle out of San Diego. They're a YouTube channel. You can actually watch me blowing the engine on that MR2. That poor 2GR didn't last very long. So, which actually, funny story, that led me to buy one of your beanies soon after that. Once I got the car home, because you guys had that, I think it was a limited run beanie that said Full Send. So that's kind of my nickname from the guys down at Throttle, is Full Send Brett. And then later that year in 2020, I won a Kamikaze 86, or it's a FRS, but it has the full Varas Kamikaze kit on it. So one of those situations where the body kit's worth more than the car. But that was from Tuner Colt, and that was number 11. Tuner Colt number 11 was that one. And that one's been a really fun car. Nerve-wracking, but fun. So, it sounds cliche, but I've watched some of your other videos this morning, kind of leading into this, but it seems like a lot of us, and at least in my generation, got started on the Fast and Furious. For me, it was definitely the first one. I started off as a DSM guy. I love Brian's Eclipse, even though it had the 420A and it was front wheel drive. I actually had a second gen, it was a Talon, but it was still, it's all the same. But I had the TSA all-wheel drive, so it was the good one to have, and that's what really was like my first project car. But I also had a third gen, or Mark III, Jetta, that I kind of hot rodded out for a little bit. But yeah, the first Fast and Furious was it for me. The second one kind of ruined it. Then for probably about 15 years, I didn't continue anything past that. So the second one ruined it so bad, but then I got convinced by my neighbor to watch the third one, and I enjoy that one, but haven't watched any of the other ones. So yeah, I love turning wrenches. I love cars. I love the mechanics of it. I work on helicopters for a living, so I love turning wrenches and just getting my hands dirty and doing that kind of stuff. So So yeah, I've been working out here in the Idaho Army National Guard for 25 years. Deployed 3 times, twice to Afghanistan, once to Bosnia. Fortunately, I realized this morning it's been almost 20 years since my last deployment, so it's been a hot minute. But yeah, I've been full-time guard almost the entire time. So I work out here in Boise, and I've come up through the ranks. Started off as just a lowly little E3, and then ended up transferring over or coming over the dark side and became a warrant officer. So now I'm a supervisor. So now I watch other people work on them, but I'm still, I have that 25 years of experience, so I'm able to pass on my knowledge and my experience and be that subject matter expert to help mentor the next generation coming up behind me. So yeah, there's like you said, having won twice already, and each company's a little different. So winning with Throttle was them trying to prank me, and I actually didn't even answer the call because I'm like, who's calling me from San Diego? I'm like, Skip, nice try, bud. Tuner Cult, I actually, with them, they use American sweepstakes as well. So I actually got to talk to Gene. They reached out to me first. So when I got the text from Eric, I thought it was a scam at first. I'm very skeptical because there are a lot of scrupulous people out there that do try to get people's money. And so my normal tactic is when I get those texts, I'll be like, I'll kind of play along and I'll try to troll them a little bit. So the first thing I said, I got the text, I'm like, okay, I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, oh, sweet. And then I'm starting to look and kind of do some timeline and, look at the timeline, do some digging and see if anything lines up, because, obviously I've won 2 cars already, so maybe I can hit it 3 times. So wasn't trying to put it out and, just tell them to F off and, you're a scammer. But I was trying to see if I could get a little entertainment out of it too. But once we got to chat a little bit and we started talking about affidavits and what we need to, when I start hearing the right words of how I know the process is supposed to be, I'm like, okay, maybe this is a little more legit. So as we worked along, Eric was definitely good about making sure that I felt a little better about what was going on, and yeah. So definitely just getting it street legal. It's a big thing in Idaho. Is like the cops around here will pull you over immediately. I'm pretty sure I'll actually get pulled over on the way to the DMV. So once I get that title, definitely going down to DMV first thing, getting that done. But yeah, first thing after that, once it's legal, is getting the wife out there. We're going to go take a trip, maybe head up to see how it does in the hills around here. In Boise, just north of us, we have some really good twisties. I don't know how well that 660 will do, but I'm sure it'll do good downhill. But yeah, going through the mountains and just do a little trip around the valley. And as far as parts, like I said, I already have a steering wheel with the quick disconnect on it. I got from Greddy. It's a limited edition one. Limited edition Greddy shift knob. Got some nice Sparcos sitting in the garage. I'm going to see if I can't retrofit those in there. I mean, even though that thing's pretty much brand new, it's got 5,000 miles, less than 5,000 miles on it. I was looking at those seats, and they're the cleanest Kei truck seats I've ever seen in my life. So if I can't get the Sparkos in there, it's not going to break my heart, but I think it'd be cool just to have a little extra customization. And then my boys over at Creative Wraps, their shop is literally 30 seconds from my house. They're the ones that have wrapped all my cars. Probably get with Brian over there and actually get a livery designed up. And what I've done with all the other cars too, you probably can't see them in the Instagram ones, but yeah, once if we end up wrapping this one, like doing a full wrap, like a full color change, I normally emboss, like with the throttle car, I actually have throttle embossed all over the car. I just think that's a cool effect, especially with like color shift wraps. Just the embossing is really cool. So I'll definitely make sure we get your name on there and represent you guys. I like being, like you said earlier, I like being the ambassador of these cars. Like I can't claim them as mine fully. I mean, yes, I do own them, but I'm just more of a caretaker. So I definitely try to be like a good brand ambassador and get the cars out there, get them seen, and then I like to kind of promote, where I got them from. So, always. I think I said this will be the 3rd time I said it. You miss every shot you don't take. The only caveat I have to that is do it responsibly. I've had quite a few people reach out to me over the last 5 years since winning, saying, telling me their story, saying, I spent my last $5 that I was going to go buy a hamburger, but I put in for this other car. I'm hoping to win like you. I'm like, don't like that. Like, I appreciate you trying to support the companies, but like, don't put yourself in a situation where you're not gonna be able to do anything after that. So these sweepstakes are great. I'm so grateful for everything, and I'm definitely blessed to have gotten 3 at this point. I'm super excited, but yeah, definitely do it with responsibility. That is the key point, is be responsible and make sure that you take care of yourself and your family before you start trying to win cars.